This podcast is brought to you by Ugly Fish Productions.
Welcome to the Data Compression Podcast, RAR Archiving. My name is Brody Corraini, and I'm joined by my fellow classmate Ben Merkley to enlighten you on a particular subject. This subject, the .rar archiving, a compression file format that has grown in popularity over the years. Today, we'll go over 5 simple areas to explain the basics on this particular method. To start things off, Ben will explain basic operation.
First and foremost, RAR stands for Racial Archiving. This compression technique was developed in 1993 by Russian software engineer Eugene Raschel to provide accurate data compression. Winrar creates 2 types of archives, .rar, which is used for data volumes, and .rev for recovery volume set. Currently, only one program is able to create RAR archives. That program is Winrar. However, RAR Labs distributes source code and binaries for a freeware command line unrar program, allowing any program to extract compressed RAR files. Winrar was originally programmed for DOS. However, due to the multitude of operating systems available to the everyday user, it has been ported to other platforms due to the popularity. In this podcast, we will be showing you the Windows version. This is a trial version, available for 40 days before you need to purchase a license. However, RAR Labs allows the use of the program even after the time has expired, with the downside of reminders every time that you launch the program. .rar archiving can support archives of up to 8,589 billion gigabytes, or 8.59 zettabytes. That's 10 to the power of 10. Winrar also has the ability to take a large single file and create multiple smaller archives. And here is how it's done. For example, let's say you have a movie, but only have CDs in which to transfer it. Using Winrar, you can compress the file and break it into smaller chunks, so that each one will fit onto a 600 megabyte CD.
And as you can see, our one file has now been broken into 4 archives. When it comes to speed versus accuracy, RAR archiving is very accurate, but unfortunately, as you have just seen, it has slow compression compared to other archiving methods. Using .7z for example, the same 400 megabyte file took 85 seconds to compress. However, using Winrar, it took 170. The great thing about RAR is that it incorporates error checking, flagging an archive that has even a bit out of place. RAR uses a lossless compression method, as it is a proprietary archiving method using unique compression that is not found in other archivers.
Have you ever downloaded something and it turned out to be corrupted? This is actually a common issue with archivers when data is compressed. RAR uses a recovery record that allows for the restoration of physically damaged data. As we mentioned before, RAR is a unique archiving method. It uses an LZSS-based scheme algorithm to compress data to ensure quality while trying to allow for the smallest size.
The question is, why use RAR over other archivers? Well, there's a few reasons why a slower archiving method would be your preferred choice. Compared to the traditional zip archive, RAR offers a moderately better rate of compression while being typically slower. As previously mentioned, Winrar can also break your large files into multiple smaller ones for easy transport of data. This is useful if you ever need to, say, upload data over a period of time, or in segments. The disadvantage of this, you may end up losing one of the volumes. Think of packets and how you may lose packet 4 of 15, and if you're missing number 5, you'll lose the complete picture, thus corrupting your data. Security is a big issue in today's IT industry. The greatest thing about Winrar is that you can password protect archives. Some of you may have run into this after downloading a publicly uploaded file, only to find that you can't extract it because it's password protected. Rare offers solid archiving, allowing multiple files to be put into one archive. This is common with many archivers, and the downsides of this is that if you want to get that 8 kilobyte notepad file for the instructions, you have to extract the entire volume just to get to it. Now, we mentioned accuracy as a strong point of Rare. However, this comes with a cost as well. Even if an archive is damaged, you can recover files due to the recovery record that RAR includes with each archive. This unfortunately also increases the overall size of the archive.
Currently, RAR is 17 years old. When you think of the IT industry, that's usually considered ancient. Thankfully, due to the support of the original developer, RAR is continually being updated to be up to date to meet with today's demand. The current version was updated on March 15, 2010, and supports over 30 languages. However, due to advancements in technology, an excellent example of Moore's Law, better and faster compression techniques are emerging in industry. The current main competitor is .7z, which emerged just a little over a year and a half ago, is pushing RAR labs to develop better techniques to keep RAR as a mainstream archiver. Unfortunately, RAR is beginning to become outdated, and may go the way of the floppy disk before it.
Today we've gone over and briefly summarized the .rare encryption method, introducing you to such topics as basic operation, speed versus accuracy, quality versus bitrate, advantages and disadvantages, and future and present capabilities. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for paying attention. We'll now open the forums to any questions that you may have.